Howdy all, Les here. I wanted to take you through the latest little update to Volatility Master. So I'm just going to share my screen. And so just going to backtest some results from yesterday on gold, just simply because it was a really good day's trading and also a good day to explain the new updates. So what I want to do first off is the settings I have here with the 2.5% goal and the 1% risk per trade. They're the general settings that most of us are using. You'll see two new settings here, but I've got them set so that they won't won't activate or be used during this back testing. And so I just want to show you is the results that you should have got yesterday, and then I'm going to show you um, what the issue is that I'm addressing with these new settings. Just quickly, for those that are new to using Volatility Master, this is covered in the other settings videos though, but this display just here, the total profit target, that's based off all the trades on all the pairs on that trading account. And I just have the target set really high so that it's not actually going to be being used in this back testing. This next line, the daily pair profit, this is specific to the pair that the software is on. So in this case, for gold. Now, in the brackets here, it says 2,500. That is the target that we're aiming for. Now, because this is a $100,000 account and we have our pair profit goal set at 2.5%, that works out at $2,500. So that's where that figure comes from. This figure here is the actual profit that we've made on that pair so far today, which at the moment, because it hasn't taken out a trade, is obviously zero. Now, when this figure here gets up to 2,500, the software will close the trades and finish trading for the day, which is what it did yesterday. So let's watch it do it. One trade open. Two trades opened. Three trades opened. And the current profit here is 2,448. And we're only aiming for 2,500. So we're getting extremely close. I'll slow it down so we can watch. And it hit 2,500. When that happens, the profit target hit display comes up and you can see that that is what we made. Now, that 2.5% profit goal figure, I got that from doing a lot of back testing, and that is the figure, the goal that averages out the best long term. So that's where I got that figure from. The issue is that some days, like this, like yesterday, is that it made 2.5% here, but the market kept going up further. So yesterday, you could have made, you could have made more money yesterday because the market did keep going up, but because it hit its goal, not that you're going to be upset because you made 2.5%, but in hindsight, you could have potentially made more. So we'll set our profit goal at 5%. And we'll back test the same time period. Now, this is just to show you the issue that I'm trying to resolve, basically that I have resolved, is that, and this is why my settings are 2.5% goal, because sometimes if you set the goal higher, you don't actually hit the goal, and therefore you end up making less. So at 2.5% goal, we made 2.5%. Now with our goal set at 5%, so we're aiming for $5,000, we'll watch what happens. So we're up to $3,000, $3,500, $4,000 profit right at the peak there. But then the market retraced a bit and we've hit our stop losses and everything. And there's currently no trades open. And we've made $1,663. But because we haven't hit our profit target yet, it's going to keep looking for more trades. And in this particular instance, it takes a loss on that trade. So our daily profit's down to $619. And now we've taken another loss. And because it's close to the max loss, it's not going to trade anymore today. And we actually took a $400 loss, $419 loss. So on a 2.5% profit goal, we made 2.5%. We increased that profit goal to 5%, and that meant we actually took a loss. So these new settings, an update to the software is to address that specific problem. So on that note, I will introduce you to these two new settings, and that's the pair goal trailing stop loss activate and the pair goal trailing stop loss trail. Now, because our goal was set at 5, I had the new activate setting at 6, meaning that it would never actually activate. So I'm going to drop that down to 2%, and I'm going to leave this one at 1%. Now, what that means is that once this pair, so once gold gets into 2% profit for the day, it's going to activate a trailing stop loss at 1%. So at that point, the worst we could do for the day would be to make a 1% profit. And then it's going to work exactly like a normal trailing stop loss specific to one trade, except that this is going to be working off all the trades on this pair for the day. So as the actual profit for that pair goes up, the trailing stop for it will trail up 1% behind. Alrighty, so the trailing stop will always be 1% behind the highest profit that it's made for that day. I'll leave the profit goal set at 5%, and we'll back test that same time, and I'll be able to explain it better as it does it. And so obviously the aim is to beat the $400 loss and also to beat the $2,500 profit. It's aiming for $5,000. It'll look exactly the same and work exactly the same until it gets into that 2% profit. We're in 1% profit. Okay. We have a look here. Look, we're currently in $1,800 profit, but it was in $2,000 profit, meaning it was in 2% profit. So that the new trailing stop loss feature activated. That's when this display showed up. And so the trail that's active is currently at $1,267, meaning that that's the worst result we could have for the day. All right, and as the profit target goes up, this will trail 1% behind. So when this gets up to $3,000, this one should be on $2,000. Just pause it there. So we're at $3,200, and this one's at $2,400. This one was obviously at $3,400 at one stage. And as it goes up, we can see this one increasing as well. It'll only ever trail up, it won't come backwards. 2,500, 2,600. 2,700, 2,850. And that's at about when the market starts to retrace. But instead of taking a loss and another loss and another loss and ended up losing $400 like in that last back test, this figure will only retrace until it's equal to this one, and then all the trades will close out. So I'll just speed that up so we can see it. And it comes up saying trail hit. And as you can see, we made $2,834. And because the trail's been hit, it won't trade anymore today, but that will automatically reset tomorrow and start trading again. So, that's better than either the $2,500 profit or the $400 loss that it would have if we had that 5% goal. But, that was, we could have potentially made more and more right up to 5,000, but at least we know that if we push our luck trying to make more, at least it's not going to turn into a loss for us anymore. All right, that should make sense, I hope. If you've got any questions on it, obviously ask, but that's what we've got going on at the moment. Cheers.